But this market is a bucking bronco. Prices are all over the place. We're getting 6% moves on the indexes a day. What you're about to see is a video snippet from inside the boiler room. Every single morning before the open of the US stock markets, I analyze dozens of stocks and then decide on the trades that we're going to look at for that day with dozens of traders. We all get together, execute trades, chat some, and make some money together on a Zoom conference call. Go to thepatterntrader.com/club to find out more. PayPal is in this little bottoming well down here. And, even though Friday kind of snapped back, it's still kind of hanging in this low area. So to me, there's a pattern all the way back here that indicates that this is, a bottom down here. And then, you got this misdirect in the form of this kind of falling wedge. But right down here, you've got a key reversal there and a key reversal there. So you've got this double bottom right on this support line. 1, 2, and then all these 3, 4. Every time it hits this lower area, kind of digs in. But, to me, it's a combination of, when it digs in, what does it do? And in both instances, it hit right on the low and closed right on the high. So Friday, we get another misdirect day, where it comes down here. And then, yesterday you had this inside day bar coil. So, sometimes I wait for the next day. Sometimes, if the energy's there, I'll just buy on the close. And so I bought on the close. And now I think it's, very feasible that it bangs into the upper end of this channel at 92 and, possibly comes out a lot harder. So there's, all this kind of, to me, volatility always precedes a change in direction. And you can see that the size of these bars in here are of a much bigger magnitude than the size of the bars, in anywhere else, in this move. So when it starts getting more volatile down here, it's more uncertain, more chaos, more churn. Usually, to me, it indicates a turn in direction. So that's just one component. That's just like a visceral thing, whether it's true or not. I just took into account this, all these, and then the price reversals, and then the volatility. So it kind of like just suggested that this was, a good risk reward trade. Now the problem is you're going to gap higher. So I think, I put out these signals every day, and, as a general rule, if I'm looking to buy something and I send out an email and say, I put a buy stop here, really what I'm hoping for is that the next day the energy opens, lower, goes, unchanged, goes lower before. So really maybe I'm thinking of just putting a general guidelines, in the, elite daily email that don't put your buy stop in there unless the market opens unchanged or lower. And conversely, if I'm looking to sell something, don't put a sell stop in there unless the energy is, unchanged or higher to begin the day. And then you can sneak your sell stop in. So now it's like, okay, PayPal's up here and I've got a buy stop in, way underneath here. And so as a, general rule, like today, you probably can buy this higher opening. I do think that there's a high probability that, you get a cut. But I think as a general rule, the market's all about energy. And, when you start chasing, moves, in this case, I think it's a good chance it'll continue, but by and large, you could. So look, you got to use your own discretion, but this game is all about this, discipline. And if something's kind of like getting away from you, as a general rule, I wouldn't suggest chasing it. So to me, it's energy, so EOG is something that I put. So this is, again, within the guidelines. I'll look at that. So I put out a sell stop last night at EOG, closed right on the low inside bar. And today you're going to actually open like way above here, like above the inside day bar high. So, but the thing is, if you leave this in here, no harm, no foul. If EOG just keeps going higher, then no big deal. But if it comes down and hits this thing, it's probably going to be a good trade. I'll take a look. So, but just as a general rule, to me, what I look for, if the market's going to open higher, like it is today, I'm going to look for, stocks that I want to short, maybe like Moderna, maybe like EOG, and look at that opening energy to, take advantage of a higher opening. Conversely, if you get a lower opening and there's a whole bunch of stocks you want to buy, and the market gives you a lower opening, then, so to me, it's all about the energy. And if you basically stick to this discipline where you buy low and sell high, over time, that should work a lot better for you than just randomly chasing shit. So, but this market is a bucking bronco. Prices are all over the place. I mean, we're getting 6% moves on the indexes a day. I was looking at the energies yesterday, and we're looking at Schlumberger and all these stocks are trading, Chevron and the XLE. They're all kind of bouncing around this resistance level. And I was saying, kind of the more work it does here, it then sets the stage for that. But, you can also hit a resistance level and start rolling over. And to me, this started looking like there was a danger of that, you have this double top, you have all of, so I don't know. You have these two things sitting on the low here. And, now you're going to open up here. So I don't know. Is it just going to continue? It could. I'm actually thinking of fading that. Maybe just selling into that and seeing how, maybe I'll just give it a little while. But certainly, this is where I said put a sell stop underneath the low. And this is an example where you're going to open higher. And if it goes on its merry way, then no harm, no foul. And that's the beautiful thing about a pending order. You don't have to watch it. You don't have to care about it. It just sits there. And if the market all of a sudden opens higher and then, hits you, you got a very decent chance of being in a good trade. And this is what I mean by, kind of taking advantage of the energy, where the energy opens higher into what could be a downward trending market now. I don't know. These energies are still strong, but this, started to look like weak. You have all these lows here. And I don't see this as, kind of a continuation for that. So I think that, there's a good chance that this resistance could start kicking in and we could, but, it's just going with the opening momentum and we'll see what happens. And I might just take a crack at shorting that. Don't know. But this is a good example of using the energy. If you put your sell stop there and the market goes the other way, fantastic. You're not hurt in a move that you didn't get right. So is that clear? That kind of concept makes sense to you guys, or makes,
That looks very clear. Now, would you say that that's done enough work to move away from, the energy that went straight up? It's done enough work to where now it's got room to go down?
Well, yeah. I mean, you've got this double top, you've got this inside bar. And so, just I kind of do this visualization, where you have this now. And so, entirely feasible that you start going this way. But we'll have to see, whether this is just a, consolidation at a higher level that, this is what I kind of was saying yesterday, that these energies felt like they're just coiling here, ready to make a move here, but this doesn't feel like that. This kind of feels like it's, kind of done this and could easily do that. So look, I got really nervous yesterday about these energies and I really wanted to stay in Schlumberger, and Schlumberger is the best looking of it all. On a relative basis, Schlumberger is up here. All these energy stocks really haven't broken above this thing, and Schlumberger on a relative basis has. And I'm probably going to be very upset that I danced out of it. But this game's all about, risk and being able to fight another day. Hey, if you would like to trade alongside me every day and join our most prestigious program, then head over to thepatterntrader.com/club for more information.